Well, good morning to you. Look who's here. I got pizza at Tom's at the Breakfast of Champions. We're working on this sucker today. Let's bring it on in. Wave with the pizza. Listen, here's what we're doing on a project today. Tom's got a whole bunch of boxes. There's Dr. Torque, by the way. This one you have selected first. Why this one first?
Well, we had a vendor reach out to us and ask us if we wanted to try a set of their headlights.
Yeah.
The name of the company is BESURE.
Yep, they saw this on one of the other videos.
And then you can see right there, that's how it's spelled, etc.
Yeah, and check it out. So there's there. Boy, I am sick. Yeah. See, that's proof. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But look, you can get these in black or red, which I think are pretty cool. And they're 99 or 114. I think this one is.
And at this moment, there's a coupon.
Yes, we're going to help you out with a coupon. We'll put that down below. Okay, well, let's pop this sucker open and see what it looks like, because these headlights on here, as you can see, are not so hot. They're just, you know, it's that typical wear that starts happening when crap hits it and they fog up. And they're boring too. And if there's one thing that Dr. Torque doesn't like, it's boring.
I'm a wild man.
He's always partying. Every time I call him, what are you doing? He's like, partying. That's some nice packaging. That's nice. The box isn't all too bashed up. Look, they've got a little bit on the corner, but not too bad on whoever shipped it. Oh. Wow. So these are, wow, those are way different looking. Holy smokes.
Put these in my dart.
You might like it. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's got a pretty good size heat sink on the back. So these, what's the functionality of these? Obviously, we got a high, low. There's a couple lights on the side.
Yeah, we've got a high and low beam. So there's a, I'm going to point at the wrong ones probably, but high, low, ground, something along those lines. And then there's two other wires here. One of them is, well, they're both for this halo. One color is amber for turn signal.
Okay, that's cool.
And the other one is white for daytime running lights.
Ooh, that's neat.
This Jeep does not have stock daytime running lights.
Okay.
So what some people do is they wire it into this light here. So when this parking light is on, then they have the white halo on.
So when would the parking light be on versus the daytime running light? Just, I guess, just like daytime running light would be, you're talking like lights.
Daytime running lights are pretty much on whenever the vehicle's running.
Yeah. Oh,
and
I see.
These would only be on when you turn just this on or when the headlights
I actually kind of like that, because you turn one off and it matches that. I think that's good. I think so, but it's up to you. It's your lights. But I think you don't have to hook those up, right? You could just.
Yeah, that's one point we want to make is if you want to just have headlights, you can just install them and plug this plug in, and that's all, and you'd have high and low beams.
I love it.
If you want high and low beams and turn signal, you can wire up just one of these and not worry about the other one.
That's cool.
And then, like I was saying, some people wire it into the parking lights, and then some people actually run wire over to the fuse box into an accessory, like
put accessory switch on.
So whenever the vehicle is in the run position.
Oh, I see. It's always on.
It would be that the white one would be on. So.
Okay. Are we gonna do these?
I don't know.
I'm thinking about it. We're gonna find out. Let's get work in here and see what the heck this looks like.
Worker in here.
Worker in. Like I said, I come up and say, I can say whatever I want. It's all fault of that.
And then, before we skip away from the box, it comes with an adapter, because this adapter right here literally is like what would work in my Dart.
Is it really?
From 1970.
Oh, that's why you said that? Oh.
And then it comes with an adapter cable that adapts it to the plug that the Jeep uses.
Okay, that's actually pretty important.
And then it comes with some wiring too.
Ooh,
for
I like that.
For these
that's awesome.
Little wires.
That's cool.
And so that's for one side.
I like it.
I think you get the exact same thing on the other side.
Matching.
Which is good, because you do want both sides.
Sure does. Okay, now let's do it. So we need to get this loose, and this tool right here is going to play a key part. Now, right, what?
There are 6 of these little rivet plug doohickeys here, and we'll start with this one because you can see it, right?
Yeah. So there's
you need to
a 2-part. Yeah. You
get under there and get it up until it kind of stops. Then you need to get under.
And the second one.
Second one.
Oh, oops.
Why is my hand?
It's got. Normally they don't have
recessed.
like that recessed like that. Yeah.
I did this the other day and I had no problem though. So it's because I'm being filmed.
It
right?
is. That's 100% of the reason why it's happening.
But these are super simple to deal with.
They are. Why is that one being such a pain?
I don't know, but I scratched the paint up pretty good.
Man.
Don't scratch the
Don't
paint.
do that. Those usually pop out. There's a little notch right there that you can pop in, that you go in like we did the first part. It went great, and then it pops right up. And then normally, the second part, I don't like that recessed design at all. I'm gonna have to get a different tool.
Yeah, I think a little screwdriver.
This is definitely better for this. Normally that tool is like amazing, but with that recess, it messes it up. That's weird. Normally that tool is like the
Cat's pajamas.
It's normally just cat's pajamas.
And actually right now I just figured something out. So if you get the first one up.
Okay, so pop that up.
And then you can pull up a little bit. Not as hard as Jake did.
Where I pulled it out.
But you can get some.
Oh, there you go. A little bit of there. And out she comes.
Well, this one's a little broken. But if you get that, then I was able to get it under there.
Okay, so this is the easy part. All right, so those are all out, and now this should just kind of plop forward, right?
Yeah, so this will come forward like this. And then there are actually clips
on the bottom. And we got a little issue here because we got this aftermarket bumper that's really tight. So
yeah, this, I don't know how I can get this out, but it should just pop out.
Yeah, we're gonna play with that. So we are having a little bit of a challenge with this bumper. Normally, if your Jeep doesn't have an aftermarket bumper, that'd pop right out, be no problem. But here, we don't want to scratch it up, so we got a little rag right there, and we're just tilting it forward. And so I think that'll allow us to get these headlights out. And then the only challenge is we got these down here. But those are, as you say, a twist out, Tom. You want to pop that one out, and then they're out. Okay, and then that should give us our slack to pull that up, and hopefully enough room to swap these out. You'd have a lot easier again without this bumper, which we may change out. Tom's got a different bumper.
It's like these would be the wires to plug in, to tap into.
Yep.
For the halos.
Yeah.
One or two of those.
Which I think would be pretty cool.
I think if I remember correctly, this is ground, so that's not one of the ones we'd cut into. I think this middle one is just the parking light, and then this one's a blinker, I think. Perfect. But we'll do testing on that.
Yeah, we'll let you know. We won't let you down. We'll tell you if we screwed up or not, which one it is, so you don't have to. Okay, all right.
So
these just come out.
These are a TX15.
Screws all the way around. All right, so there is 4 screws around this sucker.
The one here, here, here.
Away on that side.
Down here, and then one over here I can't see from my angle, but they're now out. So this ring should just pull off.
Pop out like nothing. Look. Oh, the ring. Oh, is that ring we need to reuse? Of course. Okay.
And then this light, it actually is. It's a plastic thing that it goes into this bucket. There's like notches that it goes into.
So it lines up.
So you know where it's at.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Start pulling that out.
And then you got one plug in the back.
There's a red thing here.
Yep. I see
that you need to slide this way.
Back. How about some light?
And then I think you have to squeeze it back behind there.
Double lock? I hate those.
Well,
I do.
Okay.
And don't you? Okay.
The original light is out.
It's out.
Yeah, that is ugly.
That's gross. It's not a whole lot to it. It feels
super light.
Yeah, and I don't know if cheap is the right word, but
it feels cheap.
It feels cheap. Okay, it feels
frugal.
It feels cheap, Jeep. Don't be frugal. And
hey, it fits on a JK. It says so.
Oh, right there.
And it's an H13 connector.
H13 connector. Well, that is nice if they put that on there. You had another thought. I cut you off.
If all you're doing is replacing the bulb in this is what you do, and then you turn this.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And then there's your halogen bulb.
So, a little Bernie.
Then
maybe it's time to replace these for a couple reasons.
Could be.
Good riddance. All right, this next part actually, if you haven't been paying attention, this is a good time to pay attention, because this is something where we're changing out that. We got to tap into those wires, but we got to get the bulb out and we have to test it, because we don't want to hook it up to the blinker. Wait. We want the blinker hooked up.
We want the blinker hooked up. We don't want to hook it to the ground.
But we have 2 wires to hook up, so we hook them up right. So what we don't want is for you to turn on your parking lights and have the halo flash. That wouldn't be very good.
You mean the amber one flash? Not
because it'd be the wrong color too. Yeah.
Yeah, you want the wrong color hooked to the wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So we're just gonna make sure we get it right.
How eloquent.
We are poets.
We're speech masters.
That's right. Okay. So how do we get this off?
So it's real similar to pulling the headlight bulb. There's a red thing right there.
Does light make it better or worse?
Oh, it's really bright in my face.
Worse.
So that just needs to be slid over. That one's easy because I can actually reach it. And then you squeeze this.
Another squeeze. This one's not on the side, this one's on the top.
Well, it depends on what side and top.
There you go.
That whole thing slides out.
Cool.
And so then we'll use a multimeter or a test light, depending on what I decide to pull out of the box, to probe these connections. I think I know which one's which, but we're going to verify.
So what did you do? You turned on the flashers, which we got this one.
I turned on the emergency flashers, and I turned on the headlights.
Okay.
Which will also turns on the parking light.
This side's neither are working over here.
Yeah, this side's broken. So what I want to do is I know this black one is ground. So that's this one, this side.
Okay.
So I can touch this one here. So I've got that touching, I think, on that side. And then I touch this one.
That's the flashy.
So the center is apparently, your mind is not doing it right.
Well, it seemed like it was fluctuating on and off. Okay, so after some testing and then some retesting and some retesting, what we have figured out is that it's ground, and then the center is, I want you to tell, so I make sure I get it right.
The center is like the parking light, so it's on when the headlights are on.
Yep. And then the outside is the flasher.
Correct.
Okay. And so we're tying into what now? Let's make sure we get this part right.
Well, for sure, today, we're going to tie into this outer wire right here. And it's got a color on it that I am not... Is that
looks like a white with a red tracer.
Something like that. So it's this one here we're going to cut into.
Yeah, because center looks like solid white, as much as I can tell. Yeah, black, solid white, white with a red tracer.
Okay.
Okay.
And that can change by year.
Yeah,
et cetera.
Yeah, test. Make sure.
But then we need to unwrap this tape.
You gotta get a little bit more room.
So we can get into this loom.
And so we can adjust that.
So we can cut into it and do our splicing.
Tie in. Okay, so Tom has cut this wire, and I just want to point out one thing here. See how he left himself some room here? That's really important because there are a number of times where we've all done it. You cut that, you're like, I got plenty of room, but then the wire breaks or something, you have to adjust it again, then something later on happens and you lose that. And once you run out of room here, it kind of stinks. So cut it back a little way so you have room. Tom's choosing to tie in the double wire that runs to the light from the loom or from the switch, and then we'll put in a really cool, one of those, I want to show this. These are really awesome. This is something that Tom introduced me to. See that center ring? That's solder. And see the blues? That's glue. So it solders the wires together and it seals them. It's super cool. These are awesome. We highly recommend them. Isn't that right? So we've got this all wired together here. And now, do we need a light or are you good?
I'm fine.
So now the key here is to pay attention to when that, not copper, but the solder in the center melts really. And this whole thing's a heat shrink tube too. So
yeah, so it solders in the middle, and then it also shrinks and has sealant in it.
Yeah, it's
so
cool.
It glues it
but
and solders it. All right. So you ready?
Let's do it. Let's melt the camera.
Okay.
The nice thing is it sort of shrink wraps quickly and holds everything together. That's pretty nice. Okay, so Tom's got it. You can see how the glue spreads on the top side there. That's really good, and you can kind of tell on the solder too. But what were you going to say, Tom?
Well, one thing that's really important is to give it a few minutes before you grab it.
Oh yeah, it's super soft right now. If you grab it and try to pull it, you can pull it apart. It's not been.
Well, you can also burn yourself really nicely.
That also too, yeah.
Not that I would know.
Not that we've ever experienced that. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, and it's watertight too. I just want to say again how nice these are because it's soldered. It's glued, it's shrink tube. We're gonna put another shrink tube over the top of it. Tom wanted to just really extra do it, but those things are so nice. You're not gonna get water and corrosion in that. All right, look at this. Tape it back up. We're good to go. Now we test? Now do we test?
Yeah, we can test.
Test it. Test it, and send it. Send that sucker. So we're gonna stick the light in here too. Test not just our wiring job, but the light as well. It's gonna be awesome. There we have it. All right.
You ready?
Yeah, do it. I see the bottom lights come on, so we wired those correctly, but nothing on this light's come. Holy cow, that's bright. Wow. That is so much brighter than the other one. Jiminy Christmas. That's wild.
Is it doing...
Oh, sorry, I'm paying attention. Yeah, sorry. Okay, what am I looking for here?
Is that brights?
Yep, that's brights. Yep, then the top light goes out, top light's on, back to bright. Okay, yep. Now, what about just the parking? What did we hook up? I don't even know what we hooked up. Turn signal or something? There we go. Oh, that's cool, man. Dude, that's rad looking. That's awesome. That's so much more visibility than just that one little light over there. Look at that. Safety, too. Yeah, man. I dig it. What do you think?
Bright.
All right, let's get some duct tape out. We can leave it just like this.
Okay.
That's awesome. We would never do that. Nope, not here. Not on this channel. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. A little tip while Tom is shrink wrapping that is, see the protective film? Don't take that off yet. See how we can just sit this light wherever we want? We don't have to worry about scratching it. Leave that film on there while you're shrinking it. So we ran into our first challenge here. There's 3 of these little, what would you call these little clips?
Alignment
notches, something?
Sure.
Right, and there's one here, and one here. And if you line up, on ours at least, this bottom one and the one towards the center of the vehicle, this top one did not fit. It's just, there's no way. So what I ended up having to do is file down the top and file down the side that's, if you turn around, is closest to the outside of the Jeep. And if I do both of those, then it fits pretty good. So just keep in mind, you might have to trim that. And we had to play around a little bit. Top and then that side facing the outside of the vehicle.
Your mileage may vary.
Your mileage may vary, but then if you do that, you line up the bottom one first, and then you line up the second one here, then that one goes right in, and that's perfect. So that's our fix. That's cool. That's not that bad. It's soft aluminum, so it's not going to rust or anything. Just get yourself a file and go for it. If you need to. You might not need to. Yeah. Thank you very much. All right. Cool. Let's put our ring on and cinch that sucker back up. Oh, is it time to do that? That's a fun time when you peel off the protective wrapping.
There's aluminum shavings on the light for some reason.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be awesome. Let's just do a little test here. That looks so different. Wow. That looks awesome. Yeah, crank up some. That's so cool. Okay.
What do we get?
Nothing. That's just the parking. Or, yeah. Okay, now we got headlights. Wow, look at the difference. I hope that comes through on the video. That is like orangey-ish.
Well, just look at the wall here.
Yeah, exactly. Orange
You're standing in front of it now.
Well. Okay, there we go. Orange versus very bright white. But you can see it really well this way. Okay, so bright's on the bottom. That's the bottom bulb.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, I like it.
So
let's do blinker without lights too.
Okay, but look how
it's so much more
somebody
visible.
will be able to see your blinker.
Yeah, because if you're looking back here, like that gets blocked. See how that one's blocked over there? Oh yeah. So wow, there now you can really tell. That's so much more visible. Yeah, I like that a lot, dude. And it looks cool too. So Tom's got this ran where this would be the running light. We're thinking after we get this in, we'll hook it up to the fuse box, so it's really truly a daytime running light whenever the vehicle's running. But man, that looks great. That is a sweet look, and safety, better safety too. I think that looks absolutely awesome. So we're gonna do the same thing on that side, and then man, I mean, it just has more character. Not just as it's clear. But just, there's different things in there. Plus, I love the halo ring, so I think it's great. So we'll get that side done, and then we'll get it out of the garage. And then because we got to get good parts for that. Speaking of what's good, I'll tell you what's good. That man right there. Hey. So here's what we did. We took the wires from both of these that are going to be running the white halo, right? Connected them, and then we've ran that up to here. Now, the reason we did this is because Tom would like these to be daytime running lights instead of parking. Yeah. So to do that, we're going to wire it directly into the fuse box. Now check out this little guy right here. So there is an accessory fuse right here, and it's, you can move the fuse from one side to the other, so it's like, how would you call it? What kind of fuse is that?
That's actually for one of the power plugs inside the Jeep, and so you can choose 2 different slots to whether it's constant power or keyed power.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
whether it's an accessory, you know, only keyed on kind of a thing, or not. So
and you can run it when the vehicle's off.
So we've chosen accessory.
Yeah. So we moved it over. So it's that one. If we move it over, then it's only powered when the vehicle is on. 2 fuses, one for the fuse that it was already designed for, and then a smaller 10. And then you got this little,
They call it it's a lead, but it's a fuse tap is what.
Fuse tap. That's what I was trying to figure out. Fuse tap. So we got that in here. And the other problem is you have to get it out of the fuse box. And this is a seal that goes all the way around the fuse box. So you can't, unless you notch this way down, right, because that lip is pretty deep, there's no way to get it out. So I'm just going to drill a hole right here down low through the back. I think that is like the tightest way that I can get it in there and keep this sealed. We don't want, there's a reason why it's sealed, you know what I'm saying? So that's the next step. Drill a hole there, connect this, turn it on, make sure everything's working. So that, I think I got to get that pretty low down there. So I have chosen a drill bit that is hopefully the same size as this, or even slightly smaller. I think it's probably too small. Yep. But that's okay. I can make it bigger now and work it up until we have the right size and it'll be sealed. So that's what we'll do. All right, look what we have done. I'm going to turn some light on the subject here. We got that soldered and connected in here and ran out through that little hole there, and down here we've looped some wire down there in case we ever have to pull this back out. And so now it's the big test time. I'm confident. Are you confident? What do you rate this as a success? I say 99%.
101.2.
101.2. And that ain't the temperature. All right, crank it up, man. Well, I mean, you know, don't start it, but turn on the accessory. It turns it on. Yeah, we're good, both sides. Okay, blinkers on and the white went out. Yes, sir. Everything's working. Go the other blinker again. I didn't look down below. Oh, it's working too. And they're pretty synchronized. So that's awesome. Now you got the running lights on. I mean the parking lights.
What?
Parking lights.
Those are supposed to be headlights.
Oh, the headlights are. Oh yeah. It's so bright I can't tell the difference. Whoa. Well, that's crazy. That's great, man. That looks awesome. We've done it. Now he's got to put a few pieces back together, and we can back this out and take a look from a distance. I don't know why I did that, but that's the answer. Okay, man, you back this sucker out. Let's back it out and take a good look at this.
This is what it does when you unlock the door, apparently.
Oh, you get lights when you unlock the door? You can help you find it in the parking lot at night, and then they go out.
I just locked the doors.
And they instantly went out.
And
so
I unlocked the doors.
And it flashes orange a couple times, and then the running lights come on. I think it's neat. That looks good. I love it. Every time we do this and we change out headlights and taillights, it's like the vehicle goes like 10 years newer. I don't know. It just looks so much newer, doesn't it to you?
It's better than those crappy old...
Yeah. I mean, I just think it looks good. So I think that's cool that you've got the white halo, and then if we want, you can use it for either parking or for running lights. We got the orange halo for blinkers, and then we got some really cool high and low.
And most importantly, I put in new bulbs here.
Yeah, all right, so that's a good point, because if you're doing a project and you're taking everything out anyway, why not change the bulbs? It's easy to do it right there, and then you don't have to worry about it. You put it all back together, and a week later, a day later, or something, it goes out. Or even a month later, you're like, I should have done that. So overall, that was a pretty straightforward install. We did have to make that one adjustment on the tab, so now you know what it is and how to get it in there, and it was just a little bit of a coarse file. It wasn't that bad. I really like the look, so that was awesome. These, again, are from the BESURE official store. So we'll put a link to their online page on Amazon for the store, and discount code if you want to get them. But man, look at that. Didn't you like that? I love it. You love it?
They look good.
They look good. All right. Well, that's it. Thanks for hanging out. If you like these, thumbs up. If you hated them, give us a thumbs up. You know, if you watched it till this point, give us a thumbs up. Have yourself a really great rest of the day. On behalf of Motors and Mrs. Uncle Jake and Dr. Torque, take you out the fist bump friendship. Whoop-ow! Beauty in here. This is Tom's latest.
Am I the beauty?
Yeah, that's right. This is where fancy music would come in and we'd scroll past. Like this. Need a drink of coffee. And my Bear Jackson cup. This man was... Oh, this man tells me that I have some sort of a coffee addiction. I don't need it. I just like it. Who doesn't like coffee? No one.
Me.
No, you do like coffee. You just don't know it.
Oh.
Listen, if you don't like coffee, just keep drinking it, and pretty soon you'll start to like it. Yo, you'll start to like it, and you'll come on board. Don't you worry. We'll get you. Hey. And then we just need to get out the heat gun. All right, let's do it.
Did you just say I'm really extra?
I don't know. Yeah, precisely. That's a thumbs up, huh? You cool with me drilling holes in your Jeep?
Probably better than what I would have done.
Let's do it.